everyone and welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rachel Emma, and for this week's video, I kind of wanted to go back to Rachel's test kitchen and make some really delicious vegan burgers. This isn't something I normally do. I normally like to cook with vegetables, but I thought it's summertime, it's barbecue season, so let's make some gourmet vegan burgers. Now, being vegan for a few years now, I've always found it difficult to have nice burger buns that are vegan. So today, we're gonna make some delicious vegan brioche burger buns. And then inside that, we're gonna go for a vegan burger, a store-bought one. Now, you guys know I tend not to eat soy, so it's hard to find vegan meat replacements that aren't made of soy protein. So we're gonna be using that, and then we're gonna make a homemade burger sauce. We're gonna caramelize some onions, and it's gonna sit in this delicious vegan brioche burger bun. We're testing it out, it's summertime. So first things first, let's go get the burger that we're gonna be using. I believe Tesco in the UK sell them, so we're gonna go to Tesco. And then we're gonna make the recipe for the vegan brioche buns. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're excited for this week's video and the summer vibes and the vegan burgers. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm here every week with new videos to share with you guys. Also, my cookbook, Rachel Emma's VeganEats, is almost out. I've just been given the final copy and I am so excited for you guys to get your hands on it. It looks incredible and the recipes are banging. I'll leave the pre-order link down below where you can get your hands on a copy if you're interested in over 100 of my recipes. But for now, we are gonna go and get our vegan burgers. Soy-free, gluten-free. We're gonna pan fry them. The Beyond Burger, the future of protein made from plants. Let's see how good it is today. So we're gonna make a quick roux. So I've got a tablespoon and a bit more of flour and then 6 tablespoons of water. We're gonna whisk that together until it's nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna add that to some heat. So I've got it on the lowest heat setting and I'm just gonna heat that up until it thickens up, which happens in like less than a minute. It's a really quick process. And then you get this kind of sticky flour mixture. And now to make my yeast mixture, I've got a 1/4 cup of plant-based milk. I used Oatly Barista because it's nice and thick and it's gonna help tenderize the flour. Then I'm gonna add some water and some sugar. And this needs to be lukewarm to add the yeast in. So then I added in some yeast. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. If it's not hot enough, it won't activate it. So it needs to be lukewarm. And I'm gonna set that aside for 10 minutes while I prepare my bread mixture. So I've got 300 grams of flour, a pinch of salt, and I'm gonna whisk that together. After 10 minutes, I'm gonna add in my yeast mixture as well as our flour mixture, and start using my hands to bring it together to make a dough ball. And you just want to be gentle with this. And I'm going to add it to a surface and begin to knead it in. So I'm going to knead it in for about 1 minute, 2 minutes until it becomes a nice ball. The goal is for it not to be sticky. Then I'm going to add in a bunch of butter, vegan butter, and this is going to really help tenderize it and make that really soft, buttery bread. So I'm going to knead that for about 7 to 8 minutes. Then I'm going to set it aside, place it in a bowl, and I'm going to add a lid on top, and I'm going to set that aside for a good hour. After an hour, we can see it's grown massively, which is what we wanted. So I'm just going to punch a hole down, deflate it, and then I'm going to knead it again for about 1 minute just to bring it all together. I'm just going to add a little sprinkle of flour just so it doesn't get too sticky, and you see you've got this really pliable dough ball. It's like stretchy, it's not sticky, it's soft, it's perfect. And I'm just going to break it apart. I did this in about 100 grams per roll, and then you just want to mold it with your hands, stretch it out so you get a nice smooth outer layer. And this made 4.5 rolls. On reflection, I wish I did 4 larger rolls, so maybe like 110 grams per ball. So I'm going to set this aside for half an hour. and you can see it's grown again. And I'm gonna place this on a baking sheet, add some water so we can add some sesame seeds on top that are gonna stick to the top of the bun. Sorry, my bad, poppy seeds. And we're gonna place this in a preheated oven at 200 degrees C for 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, and they come out like this, perfectly brown. The butter and the plant-based milk really help brown the top layer. And you get these perfect, soft rolls. Now I'm just going to use a mixture of maple syrup and water just so I can get a bit of a gloss on the top. And look how gorgeous they are. Yes. Quick test to see how soft they are. I'm just going to push down, and as you can see, it bounces straight back up. Now to slice it in half to get ready for our burger buns. And you can just tell how soft this roll is. So the burger sauce that I'm gonna make today is inspired by the In-N-Out burgers that I had years ago. They just had really good sauces, so we're gonna recreate that. So we've got some lettuce, some vegan mayonnaise, it's a soy-free one too, some tomatoes, some onions, some mustard, some ketchup, as well as some gherkins, and that's gonna make our burger. So I'm adding in about 1/2 cup of vegan mayonnaise, as well as about 1 tablespoon and a bit of ketchup, a bit of white wine vinegar, a bit of maple syrup, some mustard seeds, and we're just gonna mix that together. Really, really simple ingredients. And then I've got some gherkins, and I'm gonna finely chop them and get them as small as possible, and we're gonna add that straight to the mixture. And you can also add some of the liquid from the gherkin sauce because it's nice and sweet, and it just adds a real delicious flavor to it. I'm gonna finely slice up some onions, add them to some heat. Now to caramelize them, this can take about 10 minutes, and you just wanna keep cooking them down and cooking them down. What you can do is you can add a little bit of water if it starts to stick. This will help bring out some of the sweetness. You can also add sugar if you wanna get them even sweeter, but I just find the natural sweetness from onions themselves are perfect for this. And you can see it starts getting nice and sticky. I'm gonna finally slice up some tomatoes for our burger. Then this is the Beyond Burger, big burger, and I'm just gonna add it to my grill and see what happens. I just had to get my phone out because I need to share with you guys what it's looking like. Because it's got to cook for 18 minutes, so I'll just let it sit, cook. Got to be piping hot, right? But it's so red. It's so red. Let's try flipping her over. Oh, it's a bit stuck. Not sure how, because it's thick, right? So I don't know how long it's going to take to actually cook all the way through, and hopefully not burn while it's cooking, because we don't want it burned. This is Rachel's test kitchen after all. We're going to see, we're going to taste test, we're going to bring it all together. Back, I decided to do a bit of DIY. We're just going to use our lid and put it on top. So hopefully now, with the lid on top, it's going to trap some more heat and it's going to start cooking through the burger, so we make sure we cook it properly. Let's see what happens in Rachel's test kitchen. And Rachel's test kitchen. I did a bit of investigation and I was wondering why it was spitting so much. The second and third ingredients are oil, so it's got rapeseed oil and coconut oil, so don't cook this in oil, it's already got enough oil, so that's why we get all the spitting. Now you can see it's sizzling, it's cooked through. I'm just gonna lightly toast our brioche burger buns. Once it's slightly toasted, I'm gonna add on some of the burger sauce to the bottom, add some fresh lettuce, add our freshly cooked Beyond Burger, add on the finely chopped tomatoes. As we can see, I put a bit too much sauce on the bottom because it's leaking through. Add some caramelized onions, and then the top one, we're gonna add a bit more sauce, push it down, and I made it very saucy. I did, but I wanted it nice and juicy. Dripping itself to drip itself saucy. And this is our burger. So basically what we have here is a very, very messy taste test. I can't get my mouth around this. I'm gonna cut out the part where I put my mouth around this because whoa. So many layers, so many flavors. That burger sauce. That burger bun, oh my day! I think it's officially gonna fall apart, and I think it's time to use a knife and fork. One more bite. Just, oh my days, it's actually falling apart. Okay, I should probably tell you guys what's going on. I mean, yeah. So the burger bun, perfect. Using the Japanese milk bread method, but with vegan ingredients, made this really delicious burger bun. It's like having a normal brioche burger bun, except it's vegan. The sauce is just incredible. Like, oh, it's burger sauce, really delicious burger sauce. Y'all probably want to know about this burger. As a vegan burger, this is enjoyable. This has a great texture. It's quite crisp. A nice savory barbecue grilled flavor. Is it my favorite vegan burger? I think the Sainsbury's one is a bit better, which is also soy free. But it's a burger, innit? It's just a vegan burger, and it tastes incredible. If you gave this to your friends and didn't say it was vegan, they might not even know it's vegan. Like, that sauce brings it all together. And then you get an extra texture with the caramelized onions. Nostalgia memories of burgers without the harming of animals. This could also be really nice with aubergine, grilled aubergines, any other plant-based patty. That you can make a chickpea patty, a black bean patty, a mushroom patty. You could grill some portobello mushrooms, season them with some garlic and some salt and pepper, and they could be the middle of the burger as well. But using the sauce, having the tomatoes, the fresh lettuce, the sauce, major component, and then having a really delicious brioche bun on top, just brings it all together. Oh yeah, beautiful. I probably ate that too quickly. You know, when all the flavors are going on and you're like, oh, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Yeah, I probably ate that too quickly, but very satisfied taste buds. If you were looking for some summer burgers to bring to your barbecues this summer, I highly, highly, highly recommend making these burger buns in advance. Make that burger sauce and then buy your favorite vegan patties, make your favorite vegan patties, and everyone will be devouring these burgers. Truly delicious, because at the end of the day, it's not involving animal suffering, and that's the choice I made. So here we have it, a vegan burger. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me and experimenting with this burger today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because I'm here every week with new videos and recipes to share with you guys. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the recipe making today. I would love to know from you guys if you have a favorite vegan burger, what it is, how you make it. Do you use vegetables? Do you make a patty with chickpeas or black beans, or do you buy them? I love hearing from you guys and understanding what you guys are creating as well. So let me know in the comments. My book, Rachel Ammer's VeganEats. Wait, let me go. So my book has arrived with the insides. Ooh! How do I flip? So just to give a little preview. And these are the records we have in the house. There's music in there. There's so much in this book without giving too much away that is personal to me. Over 100 vegan recipes. You guys are going to be receiving it soon. I think it's, what, we're 2, 3. Oh, hi, Miley. Hi. Yeah, so the book is officially out June 20th. You guys are going to start receiving it soon. If you are out of the UK, it's going to take a little longer to get to your doorstep. Can't wait for you guys to be able to start cooking and trying some of the recipes. If you haven't pre-ordered it and you're interested in checking it out, I'm going to leave a link in the description bar. June 20th. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And Joss and Mike are coming back. It might be the next week's video. Bye.